Lord's Ledge to Solwezi for Teachers of Languages as Northwestern Province hosted a two-day national conference for the Language Teachers Association of Zambia, LATAZ, which started on 17th August 2022 and ended on 19th August 2022 with the ushering in of new office bearers. The conference was held under the theme, Grooming Future Leaders with Sustainable Language Micro-Skills. The national conference was held in a quest to strive to ensure that all teachers of languages are on the same page as they move education forward. Among the attendees were head teachers and teachers of languages from different parts of the country who gathered to also share some of the best classroom practices in order to improve performance of the learners in their subjects. As per custom, the first day of the meeting kick-started with the national anthem, which was led by Kiawama Day Secondary School and was sung in 7 different languages.
One land and one nation is our cry. Dignity and peace is Zambia's sky. Ngekwaze mwatele mwilu Ali senu Zambia tuli nunge mose. Zambia, 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 twapulika mwishi na dandemela ame kenu Zambia tuli nungihamu.
The Northwestern Province Education Standards Officer, PESO, Mr. Joseph Marichi, spoke on behalf of the Provincial Education Officer, Jennifer Banda.
As you are teachers of language, you are perceived as the springboard that determines the extent to which any subject in the schools would be taught and comprehended. Language, ladies and gentlemen, teaches 4 fundamental skills, namely reading, speaking, writing, and listening. These are the micro skills that the conference endeavors to emphasize as they offer scaffold support to learners who eventually are expected to exhibit maturity, confidence, and social cohesion.
In his keynote speech, outgoing LATAZ President Patson Mukuva stressed the importance of such gatherings, which he said nature and caliber mark the beginning of climax of one's height in their career.
This is a contentious issue. You and I, as teachers of language, literature, offer drama. Do we? Hello? Do we offer drama in our classes? Do we offer poetry in our classes? Do we sing songs in our literature? And storytelling? So we do this with a professional eye. We also offer debate and public speaking with a professional concern. It is in this vein that I challenge the incoming national executive to fight tooth and nail to retrieve all these aspects from non-professionals in the name of LATAZ. Their interest is competition and not professionalism. That is a challenge to the incoming executive. Another area that needs immediate address, ladies and gentlemen, is the language fair. We have time and again proposed that we have the language fair. Why should we be denied an opportunity to exercise what we teach through competitions such as language fair? May I appeal to HQ, Madam, that these matters be given attention with the urgency and the seriousness they deserve. In my conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, may I state that the journey has not been smooth, but full of potholes, hurdles, and all sorts of hindrances to reach where we are today. I implore you that be resilient and endure all the hardships in order to achieve your set goals.
An assurance was made to the provincial education officer that LATAZ members were going to implement what they had learned during the conference.
I would like to echo words, guest of honor, where you are calling upon us to ensure that that which we are going to get from this conference does not remain here, but is actualized. It is an assignment we are going to carry with joy, and we promise that we are going to ensure that even our friends who did not travel with us from all corners of the nation are going to benefit from what is going to obtain here.
Various presentations were showcased.
The introduction paragraph, or introducing paragraph, it summarizes information to introduce the reader into the details of the report. So the introduction should contain information that will help the reader find it easier to understand the content. Apart from that, the introduction should state what happened, and it should mention those involved, all right, those who participated, or the culprits, or the victims.
The third edition defines translation as something which is translated, or the process of translating something from one language to another. So you can see the definition is similar. So we are changing this language to another, but meaning the same thing.
La mathématique 1 fois 1, c'est 1. Comme vous voyez ici, chinois, marocain, zambien, 1 fois 1. Ce sont les seulement ce qu'on appelle
The event was not short of entertainment. Those in attendance expressed happiness, citing that such professional meetings keep them abreast as an association.
The meeting for this year has been very successful. As far as I'm concerned, professionally, we are up to date as Languages Teachers Association of Zambia. Our aim is to actually improve our teaching pedagogy, and therefore, after this meeting, we expect an improvement in the way we deliver our lessons as teachers. You know, as an association, we are aiming at improving our methods in class. You know, learning does not end. It's a long time that we came from colleges, and through these practices like CPDs, conferences for teachers. We actually get a refresher course where we sharpen our skills of teaching up to date, so that when we go to class, we are always kept abreast with what is happening currently, and especially this world of technology.
This meeting is important in a way that as I go back to my new school, I need to enhance the skills that we've picked from this conference. It's very important for us as teachers to assess ourselves, also assess our learners and our teaching. Okay, for the organizers of the meeting, I think this should be a pat on the back. They've done a very good job. We should continue having such meetings because when we meet, we share ideas. My experience so far has been good. The presentations were on point.
My experience here has been excellent, whereby at least I'm able to learn most of the method which we teach using our languages at school level. And then even the way we are being taught, I think when we go back to our various schools, we're able to impact knowledge into our children.
Yeah, it has been a very wonderful experience. I've learned quite a good number of things. I was also among the presenters, but I've also learned a good number of things from my fellow presenters. We know, knowledge is shared, and in most of the areas we see where we need also to help the learners in order to improve in their aspects of language skills. What I would love to see is the implementation part. What we have gathered here is very important information which we need to go and implement where we are going. Because we should not just end at having a conference of this nature and then we just stay with our knowledge. But we should go and implement it in classes so that at the end of the day, we see this nation going forward and we see the improvement in the performance of learners, particularly in languages, Zambian language, French, and English.
My word to those that have attended the conference, and even those that have not attended the conference, and especially the viewers, is that we are Language Teachers Association of Zambia, LATAZ, and we are there to ensure that ethics, professional ethics are followed, and therefore it is our mandate to empower teachers in terms of technology, in terms of teaching methods, new teaching methods, and especially to the newly employed teachers and even the newly appointed heads of department in combined schools, upgraded schools. This is the moment that they should never miss, because we are revealing what we practice in class. With time, there are changes that have come about, and the association is there to address those changes. And if people are missing chances like this, then it means they'll be lagging behind.
After the meeting, the teachers had time to interact with colleagues.